Last month, I tried something small with my girls before school, and I didn't expect it to change the whole mood of our mornings. But the interesting part is that it didn't work out the way I thought it would. Not at first, at least. If you're a mum, you probably know what mornings feel like. Everyone's rushing, you're trying to get the kids ready, you're thinking about work, the house, and the million things that are waiting for you that day. And if you are a woman in midlife, navigating perimenopause and the changes in your body, mornings can feel even heavier. Your body is changing, your sleep isn't always great, and your patience is running thin. So before even the day has started, you already feel like you're running behind. And then it happens, you snap at someone, right? You, either the kids or your partner, nothing major, just a short fuse moment from feeling overwhelmed and rushed. And then the guilt kicks in, and we tell ourselves tomorrow will be different. But we wake up the next day, starting our day exactly the same way. I have been stuck in this cycle for a while now, at least it feels like a long time. So it does feel like a lot of this has become habitual, and each time I tell myself, I'm done, I'm going to wake up tomorrow just in a calmer state, I'm not going to rush. I've even tried waking up earlier, but somehow my body has just learned these patterns and I'm struggling to break it. So I said, I've still got to do something. I've got to keep trying. So I tried this one little thing. Nothing big, nothing major, something really small. 10 minutes of breathing in the morning. That's it. Initially, this was something I just wanted to do for myself. But then I thought, as I woke up in the mornings and my girls are getting ready for school, I thought, why not get them to sit with me and we do it together. 10 minutes, that was the rule, at 7 a.m. sharp every morning. I had set a time as well, so this will become a routine, a habit. Now, if your morning starts in a rush, I get it. I get what you're thinking. There's no way you are going to be able to find 10 minutes, let alone 2 minutes, to just have some downtime. Mornings are the worst time to add anything new. Yes, there was a lot of resistance. Some mornings my daughter would say, Mum, can we just not do it today? I don't have time. I've got all these things I need to get ready before we get to school. And honestly, there were times I wanted to skip it too. I just wanted to give in and say, yep, we don't have time. Let's just get on with our day. But something in me refused to, and I just really wanted to persist. So we sat there with our busy minds and restless energy. I could feel my daughters fidgeting, in discomfort as they were sitting for that 10 minutes. My mind just distracted, thinking about all the things I need to get done that day. But we just sat there for 10 minutes, imperfectly. It was like this for the first week. Then something interesting happened a week later. We naturally just started waking up a little bit earlier to adjust for the extra 10 minutes in the morning. My girls realized that if they had no choice and they had to sit there for 10 minutes, they needed extra time to be able to do their breathing and get ready for school. So in the end, I realized the problem wasn't that we didn't have enough time. It was that we were so used to rushing in the morning that we couldn't imagine any other way of starting our day. And I think that is true for a lot of us. We say we don't have 10 minutes, but what we really don't have is a different way of starting our mornings. And here's what's even more interesting. The biggest shift wasn't even the breathing. I still feel my girls fidgeting in discomfort. I don't really even think they're doing their breathing properly, but it's okay. That act of sitting down quietly, just having their downtime, has made the biggest shift in our mornings. It was everything I was hoping for that shifted. The lack of rushing, our mornings just feeling slower, less snapping at each other, less frantic energy in the house. it just felt like we weren't starting our day in overdrive. And when you are a woman in midlife, this matters more than you realize. Because the state you start your day in doesn't just disappear. You carry it with you into your mood, into your focus, into the choices you make throughout your day, including what you reach for when you are feeling stressed or tired. Now, just to be clear, our mornings are still not perfect. It's been about 7 weeks into this now. We're in March and we're carrying that practice forward, but there is still some resistance. Some days when we do feel a little bit more rushed and we want to skip it and just get on with what we need to do. I can still be a bit snappy in the mornings as well. But we have made a conscious effort to protect those 10 minutes. And that small decision has genuinely changed the feel of our mornings and the rest of our day. So 10 minutes might sound insignificant, but 10 minutes has the power to change the trajectory of your day. Because the woman that you are at 7:30 in the morning is the same woman who carries that the rest of the day. But if you pause, even briefly, something shifts. You interrupt that habitual automatic pattern of rushing, of being in overdrive. And once that pattern breaks, everything downstream changes. And guess what? It's not just you that feels it. It is your household, your family, your children. And they realize the power of starting their morning in a calmer state. And my hope is that they can carry this into adulthood, right? They're breaking that pattern of what mornings should always be like. We have this idea that mornings are rushed. It's just a norm, but it's not. It doesn't have to be. Now, the purpose of this video isn't to tell you that you have got to wake up earlier and do 10 minutes of breathing. That's just what worked for us. The real point is this: 10 minutes of something intentional can completely change how your day begins. It could be breathing. It could be just sitting with a cup of tea. It could be having your breakfast and just really enjoying it for 10 minutes. It could be stepping outside for a short walk. Anything that helps you start your day less frazzled and more grounded. And before you say you don't have 10 minutes, we all do. I bet if I followed you around for a day, I could even find an hour of time for you. Believe me, I have been there. The lack of time, just feeling like you are just always behind. But last month, I found 10 minutes. I took it, I've kept it, and now it is a routine in our family. And that is a powerful reminder that 10 minutes is all it takes. For years, I've tried to change multiple habits at once and always found myself back to square one. So this year, I decided to try something different. One habit for 1 month. January was about quitting sugar and then just eventually reducing my sugar intake, and I'm happy to report that I'm still doing really well with it, and my perimenopause symptoms are so much better than I expected. February has been that 10-minute breathing that I've just spoken about, and that's just completely changed our mornings and my relationship with my girls and my husband. And this month I'm trying something that has been surprisingly really difficult for me. My most difficult one yet, and something I've always actually been trying to work on. So if you are curious, or you just want to see how maybe you could apply some of these little shifts in your own life, subscribe and follow along, because I am starting to see now that the smallest changes end up having the biggest impact in our lives.